All right, so now we're going to go ahead and import our design into Glowforge. And we do that by coming up here and clicking on Create a New Design. And I'm going to go ahead and click Upload a File because remember, we've put it in our Downloads file folder. So I'm going to click on Upload a File. I'm going to navigate to my Downloads, which is where my car exported to out of Tinkercad. And I'm going to select one of my 3 files. Ultimately, we're going to bring all 3 of them in, but we want to work on one at a time. So I'm going to select one of them, and it's going to go through this process of processing it. And then it's going to bring up a picture of the Glowforge. It's going to bring up the last known image of what material was in there. So it may look different than what you are going to do. Now, please notice that I can move this around here. All right, right now there's a piece of cardboard in there. The machine is on, otherwise it would say offline. And if it's offline, you need to turn it on. But we can get it all set up in advance of that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drag, I'm going to click on this arrow. I clicked on the hand and that allowed me to move some stuff around. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this arrow and I'm going to bring my design in. Now you'll notice this white border. And what that is it indicates the cutting area. Everything we do, we want to put down here in the lower right-hand corner. So I'm going to go ahead and put my car down here. Now you'll notice it's a red dash line. That's because there's no operation assigned to it. So I'm going to come up here and right here where it says enter settings, I'm going to click. And yours will say cardboard cut, and that is what you are going to select. And you will notice that it turns orange. Now, if I drag it outside of the cutting area, it will turn to a dashed line. So ultimately, I want to have 2 pieces of exterior and, probably 8 pieces of my interior cut. If I can't cut it on a single piece of cardboard, that's not a big deal. So what you're going to do is you can import everything and then decide how much of it you can cut on a single piece of cardboard. I happen to have my cardboard in here. So I know I want 2 pieces of this, the exterior. So I am going to click on Control C and Control V, and I'm going to make a copy of it, and it activates the copy. Now make sure you don't do any of this, okay? Otherwise, what's going to happen is it's going to cut your cardboard cars different sizes. So no resizing. Now I'm going to rotate this. You can rotate them. You can do what you want. I'm going to actually not rotate it, but I am going to move it. I'm going to drag it and drop it over here. Okay, I've got to keep it up from there. And it can be extremely close to the other, but we don't want them overlapping. Give a little bit of space. All right, so I have my 2 exterior pieces. Now I'm going to go ahead and add one of my interior pieces. Okay. Oh, and let me again show you how I did that. So I'm going to come up here to the plus. I'm going to click on Upload. And it's going to go back to my Downloads folder where I had imported from before. And I'm going to select my other design. And notice that, again, it defaults to the dashed red. And I'm going to change it to cardboard cut. And I'm going to move it over here to the bottom right. Okay, now it's right there. Okay, so I'm going to hit Control C and Control V, and I'm going to add. And now, if I want to save space, because a lot of your designs probably are going to be such that you can do something like this. Mine might not be. Looks like, and I can zoom in and zoom out. Okay, it looks like I could actually get away with doing that. I'm not too worried about saving cardboard that much that I risk not being able to fit it. But one of the things that it does allow me to do is it allows me to potentially stack another piece up here. This is about as close to the edge of the cardboard as I want to be. It's a camera kind of like a GoPro. It's a fisheye camera, so it's not as accurate as we would hope. However, now I'm going to draw a square around these three, and I'm going to Control C, Control V, and I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to move it down so that they are not intersecting with the lid of that car or the top of that car. Now, I could put one or two more over here, but I like to keep the orientation of my cars the same. And you're going to see that I have 2 exterior, but only 6 interior. So I will have to get another piece of cardboard later and cut 2 more interior pieces, and that's fine. To do that, I would simply delete, after I cut this, I would delete the exteriors, I would delete all but 2 of my interiors, and I would cut them. But I also need to add my wheels and hubs. And let's see if I can fit those on the same piece of cardboard. Now, it looks like I can put them here. And again, I'm gonna cardboard cut. I'm gonna make a copy and paste because I only have 2 of my wheels and hub, 2 wheels and 2 hubs. So now I'm good to go. Okay, now, but you will notice that it doesn't allow me to print. It's saying I must choose a material before I can print. So I'm going to come over to unknown material, and I'm going to click on it. And we're not going to worry about this list of materials. So click up here where it says unknown material. You are going to click on use uncertified material. And you will select 0.13, or you will type in 0.13, submit. You'll notice it'll do something strange to the cardboard. It looks like it's going to come off on the right-hand side. But if you have aligned it correctly in the machine, it will print. Then you will go ahead and click print. It's going to go through the calculation process of how long it's going to take. It's going to create that G code, the code that the laser needs, and it's going to send my file to the laser. And once it gives me the amount of time that it's going to take, the laser is also going to be flashing white, the button on it. So then you will go push the button, and it will start the laser cutter. You must stay at the laser cutter the entire 5 minutes, 7 seconds, paying attention. You cannot leave. You cannot, be distracted by anything else. All right, so then I would go ahead and cut this. I would put a, a small piece of cardboard in, and I would come over here. I would come back to my computer. I would delete everything but the 2 pieces I need cut. I would align them at the bottom. Okay. And I would go ahead and then go through that process of cutting these. All right, go ahead, get your cardboard car cut, and then move on to the assembly video.